Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the new Salon Marketing Show, episode 10 to be precise. My name is Vanessa McDonald. I'm the founder of Salon Marketing Creative Agency, and I show up here every Monday at 12 o'clock Sydney time to share marketing strategies and tactics with you that will help you grow three essential key areas in your business. Those three areas are average spend, frequency of visit, and attracting new clients. Today's lesson is designed to give you new ideas plus a strategy and a plan to help you attract new clients to your business. That's right. Now, if you're new and you've never met me before and you've never heard of Salon Marketing Creative Agency, we are Australia's only full-service marketing agency who specialises in beauty salons and skin clinics, helping our clients strengthen their retention. We're retention specialists. We do this utilising the most valuable marketing asset you own, which is your database. That's who we are and what we do. If you are new, please say hello. Leave me a comment, let me know where you're watching me from, and I would love to get to know you. I am going to share my screen because I have a slide deck prepared for today, and this is interesting because in the first version of the Salon Marketing Show, I have gone through this topic before. And I've noticed in the beauty industry group, if you're not a beauty industry community member, you definitely need to join that group. STAT. It's an incredible community, supportive community by my good friend Tamara Shaw. And I noticed there was a couple of posts that came up asking, how can I set up a reciprocal relationship or an alliance partnership or some type of referral arrangement with other local businesses? I just don't know where to start. This episode of the Salon Marketing Show is where you're going to be able to get that start and take it beyond. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. That's our focus for today. So I'm sharing my screen and I'm going to get that slide deck started and we will be off and running. Now, let's see here. I'm hoping that you can all see my screen. If you could please let me know, that would be really great. When you're using third-party apps, sometimes it can be a little bit, So hopefully you can see my screen. I'm going to look out for some comments. I know I've got 5 people watching me live now. And that would be very helpful, my friends. Very helpful indeed. So I'm just going to pop over on my phone, to the Salon Marketing Creative Agency Facebook page. Someone's already helped me out, you legend. And make sure that we can see what we need to see and hear what we need to hear. And where's that comment? Yes, thank you, Kaz. That's excellent. I really appreciate it. All right, off we go. Oh, you can win a prize today. In fact, you could win one of 2 prizes. Well, not today, next week. I'm going to announce the winners during next week's episode of the Salon Marketing Show. But step 1, just watch the broadcast. You don't have to watch live. You can be watching the replay. I know many people watch replays these days on their own time as opposed to watching a Facebook live broadcast when it's actually live. It's been like that for a while now, especially since COVID first happened a year ago. And so watch the broadcast and then tell me just one thing you've learned from today's show and then comment about that in the thread below of this Facebook Live. So you've got 7 days to watch the broadcast and to share a comment of one thing that you took away from everything that I'm teaching you today. We have 2 prizes. We have a free coaching power session one-on-one with me It's valued at $250, and that'll be a 45-minute session. So one lucky person will win that. I can't begin to tell you how much we can cover in one of my power sessions. Go and have a read of some of our reviews here on our Facebook page, and you'll get a bit of an understanding on just how effective those power sessions can be. It's really a great prize and worthwhile entering just for that. Second prize is one of my new flamingo drink bottles valued at $25, which I walk around in my handbag all day. So I'll be getting that out to a runner-up, if you like. Yes, I'll be announcing that during the beginning of next week's episode of the new Salon Marketing Show. Today, how to establish reciprocal relationships with other local businesses for the long game. Yes, for the long game. That is the secret to making this work. As far as it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it can also cost you some money to set up these relationships in the first place. You meet with someone and you have a meeting and it feels great, but then nothing. So today is about how do we keep that going for the long term. From our 3 key areas we always focus on at SMC, today is increasing new clients through those reciprocal relationships with other business owners. But what does the word reciprocal even mean? I really love this. I love what I found through Cambridge.org, and I'll just read it to you. A reciprocal action or arrangement involves 2 people or groups of people who behave in the same way or agree to help each other and give each other advantages. I think that's a really great description for today's lesson. Because the 2 standout key phrases for me, or the words that stand out in that definition, is behave in the same way. That's really important when you are deciding who do I want to work with. And you're also meeting with that person and you're deciding on how are we going to make this work. And agree to help each other to get advantages. So there is an agreement that's made. And because you have 2 business owners that share the same values of supporting other businesses in their local community and valuing local family-run businesses, you are agreeing essentially because you're like-minded to help each other get advantages. You have similar values. Help is such an important word when it comes to mindset around this stuff. And I want to ask you or get you to think about when you're starting this journey of upping your reciprocal relationship game with other local businesses, not a lot, just a few. I'll talk about that. What can you do to help them? Because so many times we come from a place of, what can they do to help me? I want you to flip the objective. Have a help mindset as opposed to a win-win mindset. Changes the energy around it a little bit, doesn't it? Don't you think? If you agree with me or if you have some thoughts on that, please share it with me in a comment. Have a help mindset. Flip that objective. So we are going into this with an attitude of being of service to help the other business to get new clients. It'll come back to you. To support that other brand in your local community, it will come back to you. How to make it work. It works if you work it and your business is worth it. So we need to have trust between these 2 businesses, these 2 business owners. There needs to be a sense of trust, a demonstration of being reliable. There's nothing worse than a person who isn't reliable. Think about it in any part of your life, personal, your team, family. Can you think of one person from those 3 examples who you found to be unreliable? How do you feel about that person? So being reliable and the other person being reliable as well, but essentially for you to demonstrate you can be trusted, you're reliable, you're honest. that is, like will attract like, and you will attract those people to you if you're going into it with that attitude and that mindset. And balance. Okay, balance as well. So there is a balance between, give a little, get a little in life. Yeah. It takes time. This is going to take time. Okay, very important. You need to be realistic and accept that you have to work it. Okay, it's not just a matter of popping into someone's business and saying, hi, my name's such and such. I'm from such and such salon up the road. Nice to meet you. Is the owner of the business here? I just would like to introduce myself. We've just opened up, or whatever your situation is. I'd like to drop off these treatment menus and these gift vouchers. That's not going to cut it. That's not enough. Okay, so I'm going to give you a process that you can follow that will allow you to be active, and you need to keep that. You need to keep being active for the long term, and I'm gonna share with you ways that you're able to do that as well. You are limited on time. All of you are limited on time. You wear lots of hats in your personal life and your business life, so it's important that you work smart, structured, with a process. So I would suggest shortlisting 5 businesses to start and focus on initially, and see how you go from there. Because that should remove some of the overwhelm. Even if you just select 3 up to 5 and take these ideas that I'm sharing with you today and apply them just to those few businesses, get some practice, rehearse a little, and experiment with what works and what doesn't work before you branch out further. That's a smart way to approach this. You need planning, you need consistency, and most importantly, you need patience as well. This stuff takes time. And good, strong relationships that last for the long game are not made overnight. Think about any of your significant relationships. Have you ever met someone and you feel like you've got a really close relationship with them after one meeting? No, of course not. It takes time. You need to nurture that relationship. We're going to talk about that, so just getting you thinking about it up front. Okay, so let's go back to this idea of having a help mindset as opposed to a win-win mindset. What can you do to help them? Well, the first thing you don't want to do is create work for them. You want to make it really, really easy. Okay? For example, I'm fairly busy here in my little, in the pink room, and, here in SMC land, making magic happen for beauty salons and skin clinics around Australia and in New Zealand. And I've got a fairly substantial to-do list each day, and I definitely have weekly and monthly and annual goals that I'm working towards. And, in between that, I'm having a relationship with Mr. SMC, and I'm trying to walk the puppy dogs, Ziggy and Pippa, and I'm also doing my best to stay as fit as I can. If someone contacted me and said, Vanessa, I feel like we have a similar client base, and I feel that there could be, a great referral opportunity for both of us. Here are samples of my product. Could you send those out to your 20 best customers? That is now work that I've been given. So what would be better in that situation is if the person said, I'm going to personally prepare for you 20 gift packs, already wrapped up, already put into Australia Post envelopes, already stamped. You just give me the locations, the suburbs, or the 20 clients on the list, and I will have that done for you. Or if you feel uncomfortable giving me those names, I will prepare the packs and send them to you just so you can stick a label on it and send it out. that would probably happen as opposed to the first situation. So don't create work for them. Make it, think to yourself, how can I make this easy for them? Okay, so what can you do to help them? Take care of their skin and their beauty needs and their team as well. That is going to help them. It's also going to help them to sample and experience your gold class standards of customer service and how incredible the treatments are that you offer at your salon, and the products as well that you work with, those professional skincare products. Taking care of their skin and their beauty needs is definitely going to help them to be able to refer their own clients, introduce their own friends, through their personal experience with you. Help them to get new clients by you actively referring your clients to them as well. So you being an active referrer in this relationship as well, in this arrangement or agreement that the two of you have come to. Okay, how to decide who to work with. Now, this is a really interesting consideration. And since the last time I taught this lesson, I don't know how long ago, it could have been 2 years ago. I've been doing the Salon Marketing Show for, 5 years, I think now. One of the things that I hadn't suggested before was to consider, where do your clients go before you see them, and where do they go after? And this is an idea I got through my own business coach, Alan Dibb. And he is the author of the one-page marketing plan. Get new clients, make more money, and stand out from the crowd. That sounds quite flamingo, doesn't it? Standing out like a flamingo amongst a flock of pigeons. I cannot recommend this book highly enough. SMC peeps, by Mr. Alan Dibb. He's amazing. And he did a live training recently, and I attended. And he got me thinking about, when you're making a decision on who you want to work with, thinking about this concept of, who do your clients see before you and who do they see after you? The way it works is this: your clients in one day could engage in multiple transactions. So rather than thinking of your clients in an isolated way, they're just coming to see you, you're going to think outside of that. Who else could they be seeing that day? You could even listen, up your listening skills and ask your client, what have you been doing today? And they may share with you that they'd been to the hairdresser before they'd come to see you, or they'd been and met a friend for a coffee at a cafe across the road, or they just bought a beautiful dress at a fashion boutique that's a few doors down from you. That's going to give you a bit of an indication who they're seeing before you and who they're seeing after you. They might have just come from a gym workout or from a Pilates class, right? So there you have the beginning of your potential list of other businesses that you could form reciprocal relationships with. For example, I'll share a story from my own personal experience, not for my business, but for myself as someone who visits and frequents a salon regularly on a weekly basis. I go to a blow-dry bar once or twice a week, definitely every Monday. And before I go there to that blow-dry bar, I always stop and get a coffee at one particular coffee shop a few doors down every time. And depending on how much time I have and what's going on, so last Saturday I had my blow dry, and I was going out with Mr. SMC to cut up the dance floor somewhere. We had a bit of a boogie on Saturday night, just like we used to together in the 90s. So much fun. And I went across the road to a fashion boutique and bought something to wear out that night. So there's an example of, for this blow-dry bar that I frequent on a regular basis, if they wanted to implement some of the things I'm suggesting here for you today, they could consider the coffee shop up the road, down a few doors down, the fashion boutique across the road. And who you're looking for are non-competing complementary businesses who are attracting your ideal client. If they contacted my local Pilates studio, there's another place where I have a transaction happening tomorrow when I go to a Pilates class. See the opportunity? So think about that. I hope that's been helpful, because it really helped me when I learnt that from Alan. And I'm delighted to share that with you today, and relating that to your business and our industry. How else can you decide on who to work with? Well, go check them out and experience the business. Become a customer of the business you'd like to partner with. Try before your clients buy. Go and make sure they've got the same gold class standards that you have when it comes to the client experience. If you're going to be referring clients that you've worked really hard to acquire, and now you're working just as hard to retain, and that's what we're all about at SMC. It's so much cheaper to retain a happy existing client than it is to constantly be out there farming like a marketing farmer looking for new clients. Okay, so try before your clients buy. Go and experience the business, and that probably will also help you to form that and strengthen that relationship. They've got to be like-minded. They need to share the same values. You'll work that out from one meeting. You'll know. They need to be action takers. How do you know if someone's an action taker? Well, take a look at what are they doing with their business online. Do they have a brand? They need to have a brand. Do they have a website? What's it like? Check out their Facebook page, their Instagram account. Ask them, consider, do they have a database? If they are like my local gym, that would be another opportunity for the blow dry bar that I'm talking about. I've been going to that gym for about 4 years, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of members. It's a platinum style gym, definitely attracting their ideal client. Would absolutely have a database. Very, very active in social media. In fact, the perfect business or like-minded business owners to form this type of reciprocal relationship to attract new clients through referrals between the two businesses. So go out there and be a bit of a detective and have a little hunt around and get a feel for, is this person an action taker? You'll soon be able to tell if they're not. Okay, I've given you some examples, so I won't get into that now. The easiest businesses to start working with are businesses that you already have a relationship with. Maybe you've got a great relationship with your local florist, and that could be a great opportunity for special events like Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, people's birthdays. There are other ways that you're actually, I won't get into that now. I'll wait. I've got a slide coming up for that. Yes, set a target. This is for you, not them. It's really important. You say you're setting a target. You can share your target with them, because what I'm going to encourage you to do is to make your target really very realistic. Okay, it's important that you set realistic targets around this stuff, and then that way you are going to be able to stick at it for the long game as well. For example, let's say that you have a goal of attracting 40 new clients per month. Now, there's lots of different ways you can attract new clients to your business. You can definitely do it through your database. You can do it through your campaign marketing, have bring a friend along style promotion. You've got your foundation marketing where you introduce or you ask for a referral. That is the most important part of this entire lesson that I have for you today. It's about the first step of taking action is asking. Okay, so with new clients, that's the perfect opportunity to ask for a referral. You've got Facebook ads, you've got lots of different ways you can attract new clients, and these reciprocal relationships, these partnerships with other local business owners definitely falls within that. So let's say you want 40 new clients per month. You could say, all right, 10% from a relationship with this other business would be amazing. That's 4 new clients per month. And you could actually say per partner. So if you end up with 2 partners, then your personal target and your way of taking action and making this an active process to stimulate this referral activity for the long game would be 8 instead of 4. Okay, so set a target. It's for you and not them. Let's talk about planning and consistency. So you may recall on my previous slide, I talked about the importance of planning and consistency, but also being patient. So I want to just go a bit deeper on planning and consistency to get you thinking about, really the foundation that you need to set up to make this work for you and for them, to help them. And then they'll help you. Give a little, get a little. Remember, it'll come back to you. Create a simple strategy and be generous. Now, the reason people refer anybody to a business, it's not for the business itself. It's because they believe that that business is going to help their client, help their friend, make their life easier, but ultimately also enhance their status with that person. Okay, so be generous. Give them something that they're excited to give to their clients. Okay, to help elevate their status with their members, with their clients, with their customers, whatever they may call them, their patients. Okay, so what can you offer the owner? What can you offer the owner to give to their clients? But what can you also offer them to look after them at your salon ongoing? Okay, so that they're walking around with beautiful, healthy, glowing skin, which is like a walking advertisement for your business. And the same, what can you offer the team? So consider that. What can you offer their clients? Be generous. Be generous in all three of those categories or groups: owner, team, clients. How do they access the privileges? So you need to think about that. This is what I'm going to offer. How do I make it easy for them so they have a great experience, and we can get that referral, stimulate those referrals and get that activity happening as soon as possible and keep it happening. So think about, how do I communicate to them? Do I need to get a leaflet designed and created? It would be worthwhile going to that trouble. Do I write it out in a letter? Do I send out an email? I would have something designed that they can keep and potentially put up on their staff notice board. Okay, so think about that. How do you communicate the privileges, but how do they access the privileges? So when they walk into your salon, it's a great positive experience. It's not like, oh, hi, I'm from such and such down the gym and I heard I got 20% off because I'm a staff member. And then your team's like, news to me, and just let me call the owner. No, have your team ready and armed and across what it is that you're trying to achieve by giving these special privileges for the team at the gym, at the hairdresser, at the Pilates studio. So when that person walks in your team, like, fantastic, we're so happy that you're here. And they know the process to follow at front desk as well. All right, so how do you communicate the benefits to the team and also your clients as well, the other way around? But remembering we're coming from a place of help. How can we help them? So how do they communicate it to their customers? Here are some ideas for you. You can have an announcement email designed. You can get a print piece designed, which might be a gift voucher that you give to the owner, a generous gift on the voucher so that you're going to help them elevate their status. It's going to be something they're excited to give to their customers. Social media, you can make some announcements on social media through your Facebook and Instagram. You can also mention it through your foundation marketing. So for example, your new client email, when that goes out on the day after the new client's first appointment, or whenever you have yours scheduled on automation, you could add a slice to that email or a section that talks about meet some friends of your salon's name, other local businesses where our clients enjoy special privileges or special benefits or special rewards. Okay, so think about that. Excuse me. And if you have a VIP Facebook group, make sure you're announcing it in there as well. Consistency through connection. So we've talked about planning. Let's talk about consistency. The way that you create that is by connecting on a regular basis. Go back to thinking about the people who are close to you in your inner circle, family, friends, work colleagues. It hasn't happened off just a few, like connecting with them a few times. you have been able to form strong, deep, intimate relationships sometimes with people that you have maybe opened up to about what's going on within your business. It might be another business owner who has similar struggles with that you're experiencing around finding qualified staff, for example. So that's what I mean about having an intimate relationship, someone that you trust, who is reliable, who you open up to. So the only way you can do that is through connection. So at the very least, you want to be holding or suggesting that you catch up quarterly, have lunch and have some fun and you know, talk about what's working for you in your business and what's not, and they can do the same. And then you've got that support, that feeling of this person's, you know, someone that I can run ideas off and brainstorm with. But you're also able to talk about what's working or not working with stimulating your referrals for each other's businesses, and keep that dialogue going, keep those ideas flowing, and tweak and change along the way. You're also, I would strongly suggest, if you have more than one partner of local businesses and business owners, all of you get together and have a catch up once a quarter. You be the person who makes that happen. It takes a little bit of time and it takes a little bit of planning, maybe a few emails, a couple of SMSs. But if you can set a date ahead of time and it's 1 hour, and you're clear that it's not just, you know, a lunch, there is an objective to the meeting. It's to keep that consistency, stay connected, get to know each other better, then you're going to open up new opportunities for yourself, but also for your partners to attract more clients locally. So you're at this meeting, that initial meeting that you're going to have with this business owner who you think could be like-minded and could be an action taker, and, you know, ticks all those boxes that we spoke about earlier in our show today. And so you're going to initially contact them and make a time to meet. You want to go there with some structure so they can see that you mean business in helping them get new clients, okay? So lead with questions about their business. Make it about them as opposed to about you. Learn about, you know, how long have you been in business for? What's the vision? What's the mission? What is it you're looking to achieve? And looking for ways that, you know, perhaps there's something I've tried that I can share with you, and I'm just trying to work out ways that I can help you get new customers. So who is their ideal client? That's a really important question. Ask them, share with them who your ideal client is first, perhaps, in case there's someone who isn't really thinking that way. They've never really thought about it before, because people might not remember what you say, but they will remember how you make them feel. And if you make them feel dumb, that's what they're going to remember. So when you say to someone, so who is your ideal client? With some people, you could easily put them on the spot. So first share who your ideal client is. And you could say something like, let me tell you a little bit about who our ideal client is, and tell me if this sounds like your ideal client. And then give them a little bit of an idea, and then ask them, does that sound like the people that you're currently looking after at your Pilates studio, at your hair salon? And if not, what could you add to that? Because I want to learn about who is your ideal client, so I know I'm referring the best people to your business. Find out what their specialty is. Do they have a niche? You know, you might have a local Pilates studio and you think, well, their specialty is Pilates and maybe strengthening core and, you know, body sculpting and all the different reasons why people go to Pilates. But perhaps their niche is women over 40 or premenopausal women or men. So find out what that is. Of course, explain your own business, but it comes last, okay? You're leading with them. How can I help you? You're flipping that objective, changing that mindset. Share some ideas how you can attract more customers. So just some initial ideas how you can help them get some more customers, okay? And before I get into this slide, yes. Organise to personally experience each other's businesses on the spot. Make an actual appointment utilising your online booking system. If you haven't already experienced their business, organise so you can go in there and offer to pay, but lead with offering to do it for them complimentary, so that it can be balanced, like what I spoke about in an earlier slide. And the same with their staff. Start the initial organisation process of their staff being able to come in. So it would make sense for them to go in first, and then perhaps from there you will start to talk about, now I'd love to take care of your team. Okay. And when they're there with their glowing, beautiful skin and they've had a lovely, relaxing, gorgeous experience, of course they're going to want to pass that on to their team, and to take that back to their team and say, look what I've organised for you girls. And that's going to elevate, or team, that's going to elevate their status, their social status with their team. Okay, so it's always about making them the hero. You both need to exchange brand identity style guides if you're going to be organising artwork and design for the other business. It's really important that you show that you're mindful. It sends a message of, you're in great hands, I'm professional. I understand you have a logo. There are certain, you have specific Pantone colours. What fonts do you use in your business? So that you're able to find that balance in visual graphic design as well, if that's part of your planning. And organise to get those brand assets for your brand assets to them as well. So that's just a simple email. That's all that is. I'm going to give you some marketing ideas next. And you can see here I've said insert a voucher into your new client welcome packs, but you can also do that for them. But it's a little bit different than what you might be thinking. So I'm going to show you an example of... Bear with me for 1 second. Okay, now this is a gift voucher. One of our SMC Insider members asked my team to create for her. And this was a voucher that she was taking into one of these meetings. Just the design at this point, that's all. This is smart. Now you can see here, we've taken the logo online, and that's fine because it doesn't need to be high resolution at this point. It's not being printed. We're just presenting an idea, okay? So you can see that we have the gym logo, we have Sally's logo, and we're being really specific on this. This is our specialty at Laser and Skin Clinic. They specialize in treating skin. So we're saying we'll get your skin into shape. Note the stock photo we've selected, female. Note that we're talking about getting your skin into shape. It's saying that, and to the owner of this gym as well, we know how to talk to your clients. They want to look healthy. They want to feel energetic. They want to look vibrant. You take care of their body. We can take care of their skin. Okay. And so to go and present this at that initial meeting, that is going to make a great first impression. Let's take a look at the back. So we are listing clearly what we do, and we have a generous gift. $40 towards any 1 hour facial or advanced treatment. So that's quite a generous gift. And if Sally, who owns Laser Me, was to give this gym owner 100 gift vouchers, they now have $4,000, a gift valued at $4,000 that they can utilize really in any way they like. They can put it inside their new member gift packs. You can make that suggestion. Perhaps they'll have other ideas on how they can utilize it. Perhaps they have a marketing plan where they immediately go, oh, I know how I can use these. This is great. But you can see that we've through fantastic artwork and design, we've demonstrated visually how this reciprocal relationship could be a great fit. We've utilized lifestyle messaging, okay, for an overall health, to have your skin and your body in shape. So it makes sense that these two businesses would align and work together. Clear call to action. So here is the graphic, gift voucher that can be passed on to female clients. But we know we have men here as well, and it's important because that you don't want to present something and then have them say, "Oh, we've got mainly men at our clinic. You need at our fitness center. You need to be ready for that as well." So we did one for men as well. And you can see we have a male having a treatment. We'll get your skin into shape, co-branded, and everything the same, except it's been customized for men. So I hope that's been helpful. Let's go back to our marketing ideas. So just say you do have a florist that you want to work with. Displaying their flowers makes sense on your front reception desk, and then you could have little referral vouchers near the flowers and a counter card why you love the florist, why you use the florist, and maybe have a photo of the owner and a little bit of their story or a quote on how they'd like to look after, your clients and what they specialize in, and then a little first time discount voucher or something like that can be trackable. Everything we suggest you do at Salon Marketing Creative Agency are direct response marketing strategies that you are going to get a response from. So you've got a card, they take it in, they are redeeming it. That's an example of direct response marketing using print. Okay, so that's just getting you thinking about, okay, I've got these 5 partners, potential partners. When I have this initial meeting, what can I say I can do to help them? Okay. You could also add a web page to your business, friends of your clinic's name, and have those partners listed on your website. That would be so flamingo. And it would be, if I was a business owner, a local business owner, and someone came to me and said, "I'm going to feature you on my website. This is the next stage of my plan, all going well with this initial idea on how I can help you get more clients." Okay. So you wouldn't just bang them straight up on your website. You'd need to test the waters a little first, but there's an idea on how you can give them even more value. And I don't know about you, but for me, if I was sitting across the table from someone and they suggest that, they mentioned that to me about my business, my automatic response as far as my business ethics goes is fantastic, and I can do the same for you. Give a little, get a little. Partner in a promo. Just think about that. If you've got a fashion boutique you're working with, or a florist or a hairdresser, how could you potentially partner in a competition or some type of promotion relating to a major event like Mother's Day, Christmas, or Valentine's Day, or something else? So what did you think about that? Would you like to learn more? Because I have more. I do. I have to end today, but I do have more. And we are going to have an SMC Insider webinar happening on Wednesday, the 2nd of June from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then we'll have 15 minutes question time. This is going to be our focus, but I'm going to go even deeper into how do you stimulate, the topic is organizing and stimulating referrals for beauty salons and clinics. So we're going to go deeper. And it is exclusive to SMC Insiders. If you're not an SMC Insider and you'd like to come into the group and check us out for 7 days for free, you are invited to do so. Just send us a message here on the Salon Marketing Creative Agency Facebook page, and Dion, my assistant, you need to own a beauty salon who wants to scale their business through skin. You need to offer facial treatments and skin and advanced skin treatments, work with a professional skincare brand, and have a database. Minimum requirements to get access to the group for free for 7 days. If you want to stick around, Dion will also share with you the benefits of the membership, what it costs. It's only $348 a year, $29 a month, but you get a shit ton of benefits attached to that membership. Like this webinar, for example, which is completely free to SMC Insider members. So come and check us out for 7 days. We've got some pretty good stuff going on in there at the moment as well. How to increase, at the moment our focus is how to convert skincare clients who buy skincare into facials. Yes, that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. You could be a part of that too. So do send a request to our messenger through our page here. Or search for SMC Insider and send a request there, and Dion will be in touch with you. Don't forget, you can win a coaching power session with me valued at $250. So if you've watched this broadcast, if there's something that you've learned to enter the competition, all you need to do is add a comment below what is it that you learned from today's broadcast and you're in it to win that coaching session, or one of my new beautiful flamingo drink bottles valued at $25, which I love. And I walk around everywhere with. It's always with me. So that's my second prize. And I'll be announcing that winner during next week's episode 11 of the new Salon Marketing Show. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your attention and I really appreciate your time. And I hope that you all have a brilliant week. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.